Chainsaw Man Chapter 196 is titled Chainsaw Man to the Rescue, and picks up right after Asa threatens her own life before revealing that Yoru has something far worse in store for humanity than extinction. It also introduces a new female character as a transfer student in a Tokyo class with the same ringed eyes that are shared by all four horsewomen of the apocalypse. The chapter starts with a new transfer student who's presumed to be the Death Devil with those spiral eyes, already crying while announcing that she's not sure if it's okay for her to come out and say it, but she feels really bad for the other students. They all just kind of look at her like, what the hell, before getting back to work, as the teacher verbally leaves it to them before walking out. As she watches them work, she begins bawling her eyes out, which the students take notice of. This kid, who we'll call Band-Aid, must have lost rock, paper, scissors because he reluctantly walks over to ask if she can lend a hand with school festival. Looking up to him, she comes around saying that if she can save them, she'll do it. However, once she's asked to take out the trash bags to the incinerator, she tells the other students that asking her to do a job that anybody could do is a waste of her superior talents, which actually shocks two of her classmates. She then blows up, pointing at the boy and actually startling him, saying that she can save them with her special power, and since he doesn't have powers, he should be the one to take out the trash. Taking it in and dropping his head, Band-Aid's like, fuck it, grabs the trash and walks out of the class. She's relieved that she's got one less thing to worry about now, but the other students start to grow uneasy, realizing that this new girl is an actual head case. One of the students speaks up, saying she doesn't know what her deal is, but the rest of them are having fun working on the festival. They don't know how to handle freaks like her, and she's bringing down the mood and making everyone uncomfortable. The student proposes that if she really wants to save them, why doesn't she go crush ants outside or something? It's actually depressing how all the recent events have served to traumatize these kids. They don't even have the care or worry to deal with her cries and just end up bullying her into leaving the classroom, only really wishing to focus on getting ready for the school festival. Chainsaw Man is definitely top 3 worst anime worlds to get isekai'd into. Now crushing ants outside, Band-Aid watches from a distance before approaching and taking a deep sigh. He really levels with her here and says that if she's moved to this mess of a city, she's probably had some pretty horrible experiences wherever she came from. And the kids back in the classroom are going through a lot too. Homes getting burnt down, parents dying, the whole awful deal. She turns back to him as he tells her that school is really the only place that they can smile like their old selves. So if she really wants to lend a helping hand, why not do it with a smile? It looks like she really does try here, but as Band-Aid just leers back, she quickly drops her head. Now standing up, she tells him that unfortunately as things are, the festival is sure to fail. Band-Aid questions this, but she only tells him that she has the power to save them all. Suddenly placing her palm on his forehead, she says that through death, she will release him from his earthly suffering. This all but confirms that she is the Death Devil and insinuates that she has the power to kill whatever she touches. I want to point out here that Fujimoto's usage of the Death Devil throughout part 2 so far is incredibly similar to the role that Gun Devil played during part 1. Both have been a pretty far off presence that didn't arrive until much later in the story, and as readers know well, the Gun Devil wasn't the final antagonist of part 1, and it's possible the Death Devil won't be the main villain this time around either. With each chapter, especially chapter 195, Yoru is looking more and more like the final villain. I'm not going to talk about it anymore as we're releasing a full video on it later, but given the Death Devil's meek, blubbery demeanor and empathy for humans, the final horseman may truly want to help. As they stand there, she looks up to the school roof, noticing a silhouette. A chainsaw rips, prompting Band-Aid to question if it's Chainsaw Man, who then announces that they need to listen up. And while listening up, he says that somebody's calling for help, and with a heart that burns the right wrongs, he'll come from the depths of hell. Engine revved and ready. Now crashing down to the ground, she tells him that she'll save him too. The now meaty blob narrates himself, saying that defeating devils with devil powers and delivering justice with the power of justice, that's right, his name is Chagnog Man. No, sorry. Guys, we have been reading Chainsaw Man for more than 3 years, and Chainsaw Man is finally here. Let's go! But fans have dubbed this meaty chainsaw thing with the name of Fakesaw Man, and based on his recent comments, we may have been given one last clue as to his identity before it's finally revealed. He speaks of delivering justice with the power of justice. Now, one major antagonist in part 2 is the Fire Devil, a potential primal devil, which I'd be happy to explain in another video, let me know in the comments, who operated under the false identity of the Justice Devil in order to make over 350,000 contracts with naive but righteous individuals. It's long been theory that Fakesaw Man is merely one human who made a contract with the Fire Devil, but if he's to stand a chance against death, then this could be the Fire Devil itself, and a battle between these two could be exactly what the Death Devil needs to show why all the other devils fear her, despite her first impressions. I hope you enjoyed the recap. If you're interested in Yoru's story and a little bit on the Death Devil, watch our last video here.